How does the idea of idolatry change the way you treat another human being? Hi, welcome to Bible Bites. Today we're looking at the second of the Ten Commandments. And what we're going to be looking at is why would idolatry be such a big thing, especially in our world and our society where we don't seem to really have that many idols? Or do we? Let's have a look. Let's go with us now to Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above or the earth beneath it or in the waters below. Now, why is God making such a big deal about idolatry? I'm going to give you two reasons. One is it reduces him. It makes him smaller than he really is. And so what happens is we tend to take something and it might be a good thing and we turn it into a God thing. And so we take, and if we take something that is a created image, what we're saying is just a mere part of his creation is what God is like. And God's going, I'm not part of that creation. I'm not part of any creation. I made creation. I am bigger than anything. And so when you see an idol, I want you to stop and think God is so much bigger than that little thing that's there. The second reason is because it means that we're worshipping something that is not God. And what we do is we can take good things and turn them into God things. Did you know the only time that idolatry is mentioned in the New Testament is in reference to greed? So it's not about a particular block or anything. It says greed, which is idolatry. And so it's warning, the New Testament warns us as Christians that we need to be careful of idolatry, and it won't be a block of wood for us, especially in the Western world. It'll be something else. It might be greed. It might be success. It might be any number of things. It might be rest. It might be just having holidays or looking good or being popular, or there's a range of different things. And whatever we're trying to find meaning and significance that is outside of God, then that is idolatry. And God is telling us, don't do that. But there's one more reason why idolatry is so bad, and that's actually got to do with us as humans. See, God's saying, do not make yourself an image of me, because God's saying, I've already done that. I created you, humanity, to be my image. God is not against, making art or making creative kind of things. He's very creative. But what he's saying is, don't make an image of me because I've already done that and you're stealing my work. Now, you've got to keep this in mind, that we are the image of God. And so we are not to be worshipped. But the way that we treat each other will reflect on what we think of God. Let me give you an example of this. This is a photo of my wife, Audrey. Now, on one hand, this is a piece of paper. But if I do this, it actually says something about my relationship with my wife. She knows that I use this illustration. It's okay. But it says something, and some of you may be quite shocked that I've ripped up a piece of paper of my wife. But in one sense, all I've done is rip up a piece of paper. That's all. But because it was an image of my wife, it actually says something about our relationship. So next time you are treating a human being less than a human being, think about what that means for God. See, God says, don't make idols, and don't try and make idols in my image. Don't try and make an image of me, because I've already done that. I've made humanity. See, that's why treating one another has a lot to do with idols. We're trying to set something else up, and we're actually losing our sense of humanity when we make an idol. So treat one another as images of God, but whatever you do, don't create another idol of God, another idol that stands in the place of God. Worship something that's actually worth worshipping. Which begs the question for you today, what is it that may be taking the place of God in your life? Let me ask a question that might help you to understand this. What is the one thing you are most afraid of losing? Whatever you're most afraid of losing is possibly something that you are worshipping more than God. And that's a dangerous thing to do.